Did y'all do y'all Spotify rap replay yet?
Yeah, I did. Mine's always the same every year. It's always Drake. It's always Drake as number one.
I don't listen to Spotify.
But you
Apple Music
got one too?
Yeah.
It said my number one artist was Future, and I was like, damn. They said I'm toxic.
What's your number one artist? You played Future that much this year?
Mine was Key Glock, and then it went Big X the Plug, then it went Kendrick, then it went Future, and then it went Young Thug, and then it went Cole. Cole slipped because
How many did you just name?
You can see more. You can go all the
do
way
you?
to 10.
I never scrolled
You can go
down.
all the way to 10.
I did 5, and
But Key Glock, I've been playing mad Key Glock all year.
I mean, I know Drake is my one. He's always my one. It was Drake, Big X, and I know my fifth one was.
I was surprised Big X
was Six Black or Black, whatever, however you go. And I forgot what the fuck my fourth one was. I have to look at it again. But Drake always is. Like, Drake, I mean. That's why I said, like, the fact that everybody, like I said, I don't want to be in that shit, but the fact that y'all really try to turn y'all back on 15 seconds of Drake.
My top 5.
I mean, what?
Like, it's crazy.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Like,
my top 5.
When people do
was
sucking
Whippy.
shit, people do sucking shit. Listen here.
I was gonna say, man.
Listen
yeah,
here.
man.
Listen here. I stand the same. Cole was my favorite. I had Cole outbeating both Drake and Kendrick. Right now, Cole is down for me, bro. Kendrick, my nigga.
Cole had a down year.
Cole had a down year. He winning us back with this time capsule shit that he's doing. But like right now, Kendrick surpassed Cole on my list because of Cole's actions this year. And because of Drake's, because remember, even during the beef, I was very, very like, you know what? Even though I got Kendrick clearly winning, I was like, Drake gonna be all right. But Drake's recent actions, I'm like, bro, I can't.
Yeah, I'm disgusted. I'm not here for his recent actions.
Yeah, I'm so disgusted at Drake, bro.
He still got a catalog right now.
Yeah,
I'm fucking.
But it's a catalog I can't listen to.
That's just
right
crazy.
Now, I can't. Right
That's
now,
crazy.
Right now, I legitimately can't listen to Drake
without
being disgusted by.
That's just crazy behavior.
That's nasty.
I mean, he's not from here anyway. Like that's y'all. I feel like
but it's not even from here. So even with the whole not like us shit and everything like that, I always was like, well, Drake still makes like. Even though he like, okay, culturally you might not be like us, but he still made music. Like I feel like there was, as a fan of hip hop, there's certain things that I was like, Drake as a fan of hip hop still respects. I feel like with his most recent stuff, he's not like, bro, you are not respecting the essence, the culture of hip hop in general.
But I guess maybe
that's why I'm disgusted by it.
Maybe
Drake made my top 10. I just looked at it. It's Future.
Drake made my top 10.
Yeah,
he slipped down. He was 9. He was 9 on mine.
Mine is Future, J. Cole, Childish, Kendrick, The Weeknd, and then Drake.
Okay. I mean, Drake gonna be in your shit.
Hey, Kendrick, The Weeknd had a fall off because funny enough, I remember from last year. The Weeknd was number 1 last year.
God damn, you had a year last year.
Yeah.
Hey,
Look,
that album was fire.
And that's the thing. Like I said, when it comes down to, like I said, I just look at it. I'm like, all right, you could have, like, you lost the battle, whatever. When I looked at Kendrick saying "not like us," I wasn't more so looking at not like us in the hip hop culture, not like us in the black culture. His recent actions, like, bro, you're not even of hip hop now. Like that's why I'm disgusted. Because I never said that he wasn't of hip hop. Even with the writing, I'm like, shit. There's writers in hip hop all the time, so I'm like, I didn't hold that to him and shit like that. And I was like, you know what I'm saying?
People pick and choose. I was
like, I may not like that. The writing things only for me only took him out of top lyricists for me, but it didn't take him out of top artists. Because I still put him like, if we talking Kanye, Drake, and like he was still within it, right? He's pop artist, right? But like I said, yeah, with his recent actions, it's like, bro, you not hip hop, and that's why I'm disgusted because I'm like, bro, I was still on your side, like how I felt let down by Cole. I'm like, you really like I didn't think he was gonna take it this far.
I ain't gonna lie to you, there be tracks come, it's still on my playlist. Some of the tracks come on, I still be like, all right, but it do be times I'm like, it is certain tracks I'm like, I just can't. Some of these I just can't, fam.
Yeah. I mean, I get what you're saying. But I guess maybe for me, like, I already saw it. Like, I saw it. Like, I said, bro, this nigga, like, he's been spiraling for the longest. So this was, as just a man, as just a Scorpio who can see a Scorpio, yeah. I'm like, bro, this nigga been spiraling. I mean, bro, I saw the signs a long time ago. This nigga was already, like, ego.
You got the album coming out with Party. If you would have just stopped doing stuff, did the album with Party, came back next year with your next album, people would have been like, you lost, but then you good.
If that album with Party, if he would have did any of this stuff in between, and then that album come out, and it's fire.
Yeah. But see, the problem is, he got into the delusional mindset of believing his own government.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Even his biggest fan, Academic said it. Academic said, Drake's ego is as big as
that's what I'm saying. Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Like when this nigga, because when you get to a point where you're doing whatever you feel like you want to do, then you are just purely an ego at that moment. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's what Drake been in that for a when this nigga's when he made the video giving niggas the money, I'm like, all right, you in the space. Now.
Yeah, because
like I do that already.
You want to know
like,
what's hilarious? Like, what's crazy about the whole lawsuit shit? What he's doing is the right thing, right? Like it makes sense as an artist, right? As an artist, and for what like the implications of what he's doing. The issue right now is the timing and you specifically using it. Because here's the thing, payola in music has always been a thing. We know that there's bots, we know there's right. But the fact that you said, you name dropped Not Like Us, then you said, if I was Taylor Swift, you guys wouldn't be doing this. And then it's that with the defamation of saying, y'all could have stopped this record. It's like, bro, what you're trying to paint it like you're doing it for the artist, but it seems nothing but self-serving because of the timing and everything.
If I was Taylor Swift, I wouldn't. When I was one of the niggas who got their Spotify money back because he was on every playlist. I was listening to it, but I was also like, nigga, I can get my money back for this. Hey, I ain't trying to have this no more. Close my Spotify account.
The reality is, you can't make this argument. Because at the same time, you're doing the same
you benefited from it. That's what I said,
No, you were doing the exact same thing.
Absolutely.
So you're making I made an album stating something about you that may not be true.
Scorpion did.
Right? So now, you make an album saying something that may not be true, but you also said things that were true that were associated with me. That's what you don't like. Well, you don't like because people remembered the sensational stuff that is associated with you. But you took the pictures with said people. So that's the problem, bro. You can't go back. And this is not saying that he can't do the filing of the motion. But in rap, bro, you can't do that.
No, in rap you can. That, like I said, it's like more like the culture. But shout out to Alex from the Need to Know podcast. He broke something down about Drake that I was like, this is like, again, it goes down to what you said with ego when you're just doing the shit that you want, right? Most of the times where Drake lost, or the reason why a lot of people don't have sympathy for him, is that what Drake, and this is, I guess, this is his rules of engagement, is I'm going to bring up people that is close to you. Right? Yeah. Right? Every time you got to think about it. We did, like, everybody knew Pusha T was married, but niggas didn't really know his wife like that. Drake was mentioning Pusha T's wife. DJ Drama. Even niggas knew DJ Drama was dating with somebody whose name was Summer Walker. And the joke was always like, it's not the real Summer Walker because she's out here. But nobody knew how she looked. But Drake was bringing her up, right? You know what I'm saying? No matter how you may feel about it, when Drake and Meek Mill was going at it, Drake brought up Nicki Minaj as a pawn into that, right? If you may say that led to their breakup or not, but Drake brought that up. When Kendrick said, this can be just a friendly fade, I suggest you keep it that way. Drake was the one that said, so it's like, so his rules of engagement, your rules of engagement can't be, I'm bringing in people that don't have nothing to do with rap, but then when you say something that we don't know is true about me, I'm crying wolf. Like, it can't be that. But he was saying that the reason why people don't have, he was saying the reason why people.
LeBron crying, talking about, why would he do such a thing? You know, it was like, hurtful. He brought up 40. Nigga, you brought up his wife, bro.
Yeah. And so when he brought that up, he was saying, he was like, Drake's rules of engagement, something is wrong there. Like, you gotta pick a better battle strategy because all your self-inflicted wounds is based off of your battle strategies that are not going your way.
I mean, but that's his skill set though. Like, Drake has made a career off of women. Like, I mean, that's just like, that's not really, I'm not saying that in a bad way, but it's in his, it's part of his actual branding.
But that was where the beginning of the end really started.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Because
like,
it wasn't, like, obviously, all of the Kendrick stuff, it was when he first went after Meg. And when black women were starting to be like, this nigga weird, this nigga corny, this nigga's X, Y, and Z.
But I mean, they did a whole album. Bro, I know what it was too? I think it was the bait and switch. Because everybody and their mama was like, Certified Lover Boy, this nigga about to give us the coldest R&B album ever for the women. And then when you got it, it was like, wait, this nigga is going hard on women.
He mad at somebody. He mad at somebody. He's mad at somebody. Like I said, so like I said, he's been doing this for a long time. So when I watched it, I mean, as I've been watching Drake just collapse, I'm just like, bro, I'm just waiting for him to get this shit out your system, bro. Like, cause you going down. Like,
bro,
you're going down.
This might be the greatest crash out in history.
It might be. It might be. But this is the ride. I'm looking at a Scorpio in its purest form. Like, I'm looking at a Scorpio in its purest form, fam. Like, you got money. You are at literally like the biggest thing you ever wanted to be, and this is the route. I understand. Like I said, him. When people say like, bro, Drake always needed women in the studio. Like, all his music is literally just him conversating with women. Like, that's a really. He got to get them back. He has to get.
But you can't.
I don't think he can.
Like he's already been. Like
you know why? You know why he won't be able to get them back? And this is why he will never be able to get them back. It's because LL Cool J has always been the ladies' man, right?
LL Cool J, a wild man.
However, LL Cool J has never had somebody against them saying you are not for us, right? And showing a better way.
Right.
What Kendrick essentially did, because Kendrick don't make the ladies' music. However, women are dancing to his music, and they're saying, because one, I ain't never seen a rapper. I've heard this from multiple black women. I ain't never seen a black rapper defend black women as hard as Kendrick Lamar is. Kendrick Lamar steps up for everybody. Right. No, not even just music. Just he speaks up for black women. They said that. Now, and then what Kendrick said, Kendrick pretty much put the mirror and said, you are not making music for black women. You actually objectify. You hate your skin. I'm showing you this, right? And whether you believe that or not about Drake, the optics look like that. And now black women are saying, we are rocking with Kendrick, even though he's not making the club music. They were like, we like a black man. And that's why Drake is going to be. Drake going to have to do. He has to do some. He has to stop doing self-serving shit. He needs to do some stuff for the public. That's the thing. Drake hasn't done anything for standing up for the culture. He's going to have to do some culture things to win the culture back. Because right now,
how can you do something for the culture if you don't know the culture?
So do you think he can
do the work?
You think he can get saved by the trio again though? Him, Future, and Young Thug?
No, because
you already went against him.
It's going to be a slap, and he can put out a slap in regards to that. But because of that, because of how this battle went, I feel like the culture, no matter what, is not fucking with Drake. And I feel like in order for him to get them back, even with the trio, he has to do some things outside it. The optics needs to be, Drake needs to be like, yeah, all right, you know what? I haven't been doing stuff with that. He has to have some self-acceptance and be like, you know what?
It
got to be like how the moves that you see in that artist. There's like a lot of artists. There's so many artists that are not like the Black Warrior for us, but they still do stuff. They still do stuff for the culture.
Listen, it don't work because everything has been brought into question.
Oh no, I know what's not going to work.
Yeah, even if you go up there with a whole bunch of black folks, a choir,
the
whatever,
Rihanna Chris Brown thing. Like, I think that's what
niggas have come to the conclusion, bro, that Jewish white side of you is the higher side. Of your
that's what I'm saying. It's not
than your black side.
It's not that.
No, that's when the crash out started.
Exactly.
We got to see you doing the work.
We had albums. We've been living that life with that album.
We got to see you actively trying to educate yourself. We got to see you engaging in conversations with people, going to the places.
But the thing is, you've been in the game too long, bro.
Yeah, no, you can't do nothing.
That's why you can't do this, because if you were a newer artist, a young artist, and this was an issue, okay, they'll give you that grace and give you that forgiveness. You've been in the game since 2008.
Yeah.
You've been signed to Young Money, bro.
No, I get
so
that.
long. And the catch is, yes, they try to bring up the universal negotiation tactic, but bro, that's beyond all this, because once people start pointing out your flaws over the decades, you can't just go backwards, bro, and be like, well, I'm sorry.
Well, maybe for me, I have a high belief in redemption.
No, he don't.
But you only doing this to black people.
No.
So, hear me out. You signed The Weeknd, right?
So I'm not.
And then you signed The Weeknd.
Yep.
Stole his music, smashed his girl. Won't let him put out music.
I'm not denying any of this.
Now hear me here. You only do bad shit to black people.
Yeah.
Then the Meg situation, that's what amplified it.
Yeah.
They started realizing all of these other, people in the industry, you only point fingers at the black people. But then you do a video, it's your bar mitzvah with your white friends. You do other stuff, it's white women.
Yeah.
It's, you know what I'm saying? So that's what's starting to trigger people, because they starting to go backwards and go, we understand the music, but the machine put the music out. And now this is proof. The machine ain't fucking with you because they knew your secret the whole time.
Oh yeah, no, I agree. So here's the thing. I'm agreeing with it. I'm not disregarding any of that. What I'm saying is, moving forward, this is how I believe. Like,
I was gonna say, I believe saying what he needs to do doesn't necessarily mean that it's gonna be effective.
Yeah.
But what can he do though? Is what I'm saying.
So that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm detailing.
What could he do in your eyes?
So that's what I'm saying.
That you'll be like, okay, I'll take that.
I believe in redemption. That's what I'm saying. I do believe in redemption. I believe that nobody is like, even if you have the most horrible moment, like I feel like there's certain people that could be redeemed. I don't feel like Drake is that far.
No, Drake is got gone. Like I said, I agree with Snacks. Like I said, like
so y'all don't think
like
that
he's really been crashing since Rihanna.
No, I agree. So I agree there.
Yeah. So like his demeanor,
the first time?
like his demeanor and everything changed.
Hold on, real quick question to the. So y'all don't believe that there's not a version where Drake can be seen as an ally in the culture.
He would have to leave music.
What
and
could
do something
you see
else.
him doing? Because my thing is, I'm telling you,
like there's nothing music related he could do.
There's nothing he could do in our culture, whether it was merch, whether it was donate, whether it was speak on anything, because you're proving to me that your persona and your lifestyle never coexisted. It was always manufactured.
What's gonna happen is it's gonna look like anything that you do now is gonna always be looked at as like you just want to get back in our good graces.
Yep. Yeah. So maybe that's where I disagree with you guys on that regard, because for me, if somebody is doing the work and their intention is, I do want to get back in the good graces, but I also want to, you know what? I realized that I was not connected to the culture, and I am trying to learn. If you are doing the work and I'm seeing that, like I said,
what's the work that would prove
well,
it
that's
to
what I'm
you,
trying to get to. Like the first few times, like I said, let's say again, conversations with people, understand. Like I say, I lean a lot into my allyship of not knowing things, right? So I'll go places or I'll ally up with, I'm listening. I'm wondering, how can I help? How can I support? Then I'm seeing the things that I can do, and then I'm putting forth and doing it, right? Not necessarily not, and so like I feel like, for me, if I see Drake doing things like that in the places that we said that he's never done and stuff, and we start seeing stuff, but his actions are also matching what I'm seeing, then I can get back on the Drake side. For me,
are you here for the Drake with the Drake music? Like you'll be back for
his music? His music would have to change too. That's what I'm saying. Like I said, I think that as the artistry, because again, even with the writers, no matter what, Drake is still an artist, right? If Drake's music shifted, right, and he's, and also the things that I'm seeing him doing is that he's walking around, like he's doing the things like a Nas or a Common or a J. Cole or whatever. But his music,
he's from Canada though. I don't want to be that.
But we have,
that's what I'm saying.
We have outsiders from all over in our culture.
But some niggas are they're of us.
No, I'm not saying that it's gonna. I'm gonna look at him at the same level. What I'm saying is, if I'm seeing him doing that, that would be.
So let me say this, because I don't want to feel like I'm a Drake defender, even though I'm in the sense like I am a big Drake fan in general. But from the beginning, Drake has always been a Canadian artist that does rap music.
And I was okay with that.
That does rap music.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But also, he went from being, like, he paid his dues in his own mind of being the hook nigga and all people shit, giving niggas his songs, whatever, and then they gave Drake his moment. And Drake became what we know as Drake now.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And to me, I have been just enjoying the ride, but I know from the beginning, like, bro, you none of this.
You're just an entertainer.
Yeah, you were an entertainer. You could do movies, you could do shows. Like, you came in this space, it's almost like you're the most advanced.
If he was a black, raised in America, not black, but raised in America in some type of metro area where you can go back to said metro, like Kobe, right? Kobe was so international that when he got in the league, he was on that, I feel more worldly than Philly. But Philly was like, nigga, this where you from. Mm-hmm. And it took him to go back to do that work, to gain that notoriety from the work. Like, hey, okay, yeah. You aren't weird. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. You just was hooping. You was just on your Italy shit. With Drake, since day one, no one has ever said he is associated with the struggle.
No, I agree.
Right?
I'm not associated only with the struggle though. Only with the struggle though. I'm not associated with that.
Saying that. I'm saying like, okay, for him to learn our culture or to learn that meaning like of hip hop that he indulged himself in by collaborating with people who lived it for real. By, I'm going to go to the Migos. I'm going to go to this person. I'm going to go to that person. And now people feel, oh, bro, that Houston, Atlanta, Vegas shit is Drake. No, nigga, you are Toronto.
But see, so
if you do the work, that means you got to go back to Toronto and educate Toronto rappers on the do's and don'ts of trying to indulge in American culture. That's the only way that I feel like he could be forgiven for stepping in and taking people's like literal livelihoods. Just to be like, oh, I'm the coldest. Nigga, you just took niggas' music.
Yeah, I mean that.
So I mean, I guess I see what you guys are saying. I guess for me, and again, because I'm looking at I look at the growth of like a lot of artists, right? When Jay-Z first came in, he was the super dope boy, but now Jay-Z's on heavily black empowerment stuff, right? So like there was the way that he changed his tone and who he is as a person. Like I look at that like Drake has never really changed who he is as a person.
That's what I'm saying, because he's never been. He's never been.
I know, but I'm saying, but there's moments that people can change, and even though you're not from the States or you're not from there's allyships I feel like an ally doesn't have to be from the same walk, but there's things that you can do to kind of help uplift and empower. And I feel like that Drake still has an opportunity to do it, like and if he does it, then he can grab my
Drake will literally have to
back.
leave from everything he's doing right now, going against the machine. You have to leave. You have to be an independent artist again at this age.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying.
You have to
Stuff
stop.
like that.
But that's what he should have did in the first place, though.
Well, hold on, I want to touch on what you were saying that Drake's music or his has never changed. I'm gonna disagree with that because
so yeah, I do disagree with that. You're right.
Drake's music has changed.
It definitely changed.
Yeah.
It definitely changed.
What his music has always been is for the, I'd say, let's go 15 to 25 crowd. Sort of the teenagers going into young adults. They just hitting the club. They just hitting whatever is hot to that group at a time. Drake has made sure his music has changed to be that. It has evolved and grown.
Yeah, that's what we are talking about now. That's what we are talking about now. I mean,
that's what I mean by okay. And the factors that I don't think you're thinking about is like with Drake, right? The reason why I think he's even at this level is he started off an actor, so he knows how to be.
Drake is his best character.
Character ever. Yeah. And now that's why I think when you don't see a guy elevate, we saw Nas, Jay-Z change their whole style after battling each other, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
We saw Gucci Mane, Jeezy change their whole style after battling because they knew that battle took a toll and niggas' music changed and elevated.
Yeah.
Fucking Sosa. You know what I'm saying? Like, we seen Chief Keef come out his mouth and say, once I changed my environment, my music got better. We know Drake, bro, he's generated by the industry.
I know that. Yeah.
So it would be hard for him to change unless some PR team or somebody came behind him.
But see, I wouldn't want
and
that.
Helped him. But that's the thing. I don't think Drake is capable alone to do that.
So that's why I said I need to see the work. It needs to feel authentic. Now, granted, I agree with you. I don't believe he's capable of doing it on his own.
Too, so I don't really think
I don't believe he will. But I said for me, that's what it would take for me to get back on.
Like in the perfect world, I feel like Drake, like you said, like Drake is the greatest character he ever made. Like it's over. Like go into movies, go into movies or something.
Now that
like do movies or something. Like go back into that. Like the music career is done. Like you ran that through,
bro. When he hosted Saturday Night Live, that was such a good episode of Saturday Night Live.
Yeah.
I just knew movie. I'm like,
but I don't think he's made friends in that realm.
Well, see, at that time I thought he did. That's the time. That's the time when Hotline Bling was going and everything.
No, this is what I believe. That persona, the womanizer, the backdoor dirtbag. Because every interview now I'm seeing, that's what everybody's saying. Yeah. He just doesn't. So if I'm a producer, right, or I'm a rapper that's making movies, I'm not calling Drake.
Well, at the time,
At
the time, I don't think we knew that. That's what I'm saying.
We're talking a little bit of Drake Kendrick right now, Xavier.
I'm saying, the things that's been said over the years is just true to us now.
Oh, yeah. Hindsight is 2020.
This is why.
Hindsight is 2020. But I always thought that was weird. I was like, when the Saturday Night Live, it got such a good reception. It was so good. I was like, Drake definitely about to be in movies now, G. I
hope the best for him. But whatever, that life definitely got to his head and his ego, and it's done. Like, you need to do something else. You made enough money. Like, take your L, but you going, like, even if you are doing this to try to prove something with the lawsuit, let it be that. Like, you know what I'm saying? And then, but you done with music. Like, I don't want to hear a song whether you win or lose, or this case, like, I don't want to hear no more music now.
So I got a question for you.
Like, I don't want to hear no more music from him. Like, I don't really care.
So you, the party, new music, like, you just good with the catalog.
Because if it relates, like, bro, I mean, because for one, you're going against your machine.
Yeah.
So unless you didn't start another, like, what I give more respect to even in the sense of Kendrick, because he's doing it from his own platform. Like I started my own label. And nigga, you beef with me and my label.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's why he dropped whenever. The label said, we knew about the album when y'all knew about the album.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah. Like, that's right. He ain't TDE no more.
Yeah, so you doing whatever, like you dealing with me. You know what I'm saying?
Thing,
so Drake
did. That was his power move would have been to just, if you negotiate, they give you a number, you don't like it, go independent.
And this is what's crazy is that his most vocal supporters are actually hurting him in so many ways, right? Because Academics came out, and I didn't even know this. He was and so in this beef, not you, because like I said, I'm not counting you, but the Drake stands have been going crazy because Drake pop up on everybody's spot list.
I heard
that's what I said. I mean, we hear because it's Spotify rap. That's what I said.
Because of the Spotify rap and Apple is like, hi, see y'all talk about Drake, but Academics, who is, as much as I hate it, he is an industry insider. Yeah. He said, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know, Drake, he said it in a flex, but he didn't realize it was going against him. He was like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Drake on everybody's spot. It's really because of his catalog, because none of his new stuff is charting. Everything, he's number one on everybody's list because of his back catalog. That's how such a great artist. And it was like, damn, like Drake hasn't been hitting that hard. The reason why his back catalog
it's been a decline.
That's the thing. That it was strategic to put him in place to always win. So if you got your own music, but you also got features, you also got hooks. And guess what? Your name's gonna be the premier person.
Like the machine used to break new artists.
Yeah.
That's why the funny thing was about this whole lawsuit when it first came, because the minute the machine didn't do what he needed to do, he was like, "Oh well, this ain't right."
That's why I said I was disgusted. That's why it's so. But it's like, so I can get. But like I said, no, like they're like in the music realm of Drake. As much as I've been a fan my whole life, knowing this nigga's been like, bro, you literally manufactured. Like, but that's why I've always like, you're a pop artist. You just a rapper pop artist. Like you've done Spanish music with niggas. Yeah. You've done internet. Like you are literally like
Pitbull, bro.
Yeah, Pitbull. Like you literally like you're a Canadian Pitbull with a rapper. Like so it's like, but you just really like, but it was that.
Though, like I learned that from Will.i.am and them. Like Black Eyed Peas was like the most genius shit to me, because you had a mixture of niggas. And it was like, okay, solo, y'all can do your own thing in your own region and get money. Then y'all can do this together and be considered whatever. No, I'm saying, like, you know, they were all musicians in their own right.
But because some of them didn't sell it.
But at the same time, it's like the Fugees, right?
Yeah.
Them niggas had their own little run, but if they got together and said, we having the Fugees, I'm here to watch.
Do y'all remember when Will.i.am flexed on the Justice League producers?